Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more of the Gothic remake as the textures finish loading in. There we go. Right. And we need to be walking. So, first I want to check if Mud has mysteriously appeared. He has not. That's great. I have a couple of ideas, some of which are not very nice. The first one is quite fortuitous. We got some yesterday, we didn't get some today.
I'm here for my daily ration.
Here you go. 3 black sages. Don't smoke them all at once, though.
Now, we can sell these.
Let's trade.
You buying or selling?
For 7 nuggets each, which would get us 21. Now, I'm aware there's a fluctuation of prices based on supply and demand, so we might want to save up for a few days and sell them all in one go. On the understanding that we can get 21 nuggets for selling them, theoretically 21 a day, we could then make a purchase.
Hey you. I need some things. Let's trade.
Take a look.
Still 7. So for 21, we could get a club, different club. And that looks more like a mace. So 8, 5, okay. 10, 9, 11 for a wooden club with spiked nails in, which is somehow much more dangerous than an axe. So that's 11 damage compared to the 7 from our pickaxe. So the smith's hammer would be a markup, as would almost all of these, to be honest, and they'd probably be better balanced and play like better weapons. Now, with that established, I did do a little research on the internet after the last episode, and my assumptions about the factions were correct, in that the old camp is best for warrior-based playthrough, the new camp for roguish, trickster-type playthroughs, and this one isn't necessarily best for mage-type playthroughs, but if you want to play a mage, you can do it from any of the 3 camps, although the Templar is a kind of hybrid warrior-mage build. Now, another thing I noticed was people complaining about being unable to finish quests in the swamp camp and being told, what the hell are you doing in the swamp camp at level 2? You shouldn't have gone anywhere near there. Yeah, I know, right? However, also lots of people saying you can just run along the road back and avoid all the monsters, which in my experience is literally not true. I've clicked glossary and finally there we go. Now, I want not this. not this. Okay. So. Dodging is Alt. Directional Alt. Doesn't require training. Block is control. While blocking, you receive reduced health, presumably reduced health damage, so it's not completely reduced. With an arse mastery, blocking won't we don't have any mastery. Blocking may help us on the road out of here. Okay, hang on. So these wolf's claws. This says trophy. Which I presume is like... Do we want to collect them for anything at all?
Even work out.
Careful what you say. You'll get in trouble.
Now, there are a number of cooking pots about. Presumably not inside this tree, however. But it may be worth attempting to escape from this place.
I'll see into that nonsense anymore.
I have never ventured up these stairs. It's not going to lead me out of the camp, but it's probably worth checking where I can go. Also, lots of people saying how great it is to take that bow, which I didn't steal. Speaking of stealing, really there's nothing there to interact with apart from that bottle of wine. Alright. So, more ladders ascending. Think I'll stick to the ground for now. It is probably worth exploring the walkways up here. But mostly worth trying to go home. However, if we want to try and obtain the recipe from that chest, we're probably best off waiting till after dark, when the alchemist and his assistants are likely to have gone to bed. Okay. It might be worth trying to pick a fight with the man here who believes I have nothing worth stealing. Who I need to try and beat up at some point anyway. This is probably a disaster, by the way, just saying. Can I? Okay. Spacebar. Well, now we're cooking, as it were. So 2... 2. Okay, so they are basically the same. So obviously... There we go. Now we have some food. And we have not cooked any of the ingredients that we need to take back to the cook. This means we should probably not pick a fight with this fellow. How about one of these? Oh, 15, that's not 2. Well then. Now we're well equipped for the road, allegedly. Ponytail Man is not well equipped for anything at the moment. In fact, the general implication of comments seemed to be that ammunition might not be needed to use the bow, which feels a bit bizarre. So there's a Templar. Now I believe he stands here looking outward in the evening. Is there?
This will bring us to you.
We don't know how to make anything. Okay, great. Oh, you know what?
The effect is far too weak. Guide my hand.
If we come back at night,
This will be good.
rummage in this chest,
As long as nothing spills. This will
get
be
the recipe, then in the day come back and make the thing in front of him to impress him. That might well earn his respect. Ah, but he wants me to gain the respect of others anyway. And honestly, it's not easy to tell the time of day, but it is raining now.
You have to be careful what you're saying.
No kidding. So, having learned that the ability to parry is an advanced technique, I was somehow under the impression that dodging and blocking were also advanced skills we did not have at the beginning. It may be worth practicing those.
Go ahead. There's plenty. You gonna eat that all by yourself?
But we shall see. Now, in the comment section of the last video, I left a comment stating that I may have buggered this playthrough completely by coming here and being trapped here, to the point where I may need to start all over again. I'd like to try and avoid that. But lots of people saying once you get the bow, it's really easy and it trivializes early game combat. I'm not sure I believe that. I'm not sure I believe that the bow requires no arrows either. But it may be worth picking it up anyway. And it does seem that we have lots of very specific requirements to meet to unlock things. For instance, to get to the new camp, we need to do something very specific. We need to find a very specific dagger on the road near the entrance to the old camp and take it to those hunters. And then I can give it to one of them to have him take me to the new camp, which is a much safer road than the one that led here. And apparently it's possible to learn lots of cool, nifty skills there. Obviously people seem to like the new camp quite a lot. But for now... Arrow. Bow. Arrow. I do not know if we get to recover arrows from bodies, but we now appear to have a very crude bow, which is on key number 2. 20 damage is a lot more than 7. And apparently with arrows it's quite easy to headshot the nasty flying midges, or whatever they're called. Right. Admission to the swamp camp needs a lot. So, Balkadar has a spell. I'm pretty sure I've already given Joru. What? I can give him more and he'll tell me more? Risky. Our little performance was successful. Yeah. I'm supposed to talk to Korkalom. He doesn't want to talk to me. Baal Parvez is looking... Yeah, where is he now? Can he take me back? This would be nice to work into, but... Ah! We do have time. Excellent. We have a clock in the quest list, which is something we don't have in Of Ash and Steel. I will take my bow and my 3 arrows. That is a really bad looking bow, by the way. The Templar no longer stands here on guard, on watch. This one appears to be yawning, shaking his head slightly. The men of the camp appear to be growing drowsy. And these people are also, well, one of them's gone away again, but didn't wish to speak to us.
That's not my problem.
I wonder.
Don't take everything you hear at face value.
Anything else? Oh. So, danger out there. We probably should not explore out that way because of the dangerous beast. However, if we just continue along the top of this wall, there may be some more goodies for us. I have my doubts. That looks like some kind of chest. I don't want to jump down, as that looks like a painful distance. well, we have explored. The question is presumably how late do we need to stick around before the alchemist and his apprentice abandon their workshop. If I do go to steal from the chest, I obviously have a number of options available to me. And these are based purely on the belief that it may be unlocked and I may be able to get into it. First option, I take everything from the chest, clear it out, make it very clear they've been robbed. Or, second option, I only take the one thing that I need, which means they may not realise they've been robbed for some time, but when they do, there's a decent chance they will know that whoever came knew exactly what they were looking for, and they'll know exactly what was taken. Now, it's also possible that the alchemist will blame his apprentice for misplacing the thing and say, "Idiot boy, it was supposed to be in this chest," and say, "What? I thought it was always here." Yeah, so we could rely on some confusion there. We've taken the wrong path, but that's okay. Who are you again? Joru, of course. Now. Okay.
Where do I find scrolls with sleeper magic?
Well, Bal Kadar sells them, but that won't do you much good considering he doesn't talk to you. Maybe one of the other gurus can help you. I don't know, man. Look around.
Fair enough. I'm imagining
Pay attention, and the sleeper will reach out.
that there may be a magical scroll in the chest with the recipe we're going to try to obtain. That would make a lot of sense and make progress a bit easier. But yeah, so like I was saying, it feels like very specific unlock conditions of things, a bit like an old school point-and-click adventure game. Yeah, there is only one solution to every problem, instead of problems that can be solved in multiple ways. Now, as the original was an open world game, I imagine multiple solutions to a number of problems were present, but not for all of them. Now, these novices are getting kind of drowsy anyway this late in the evening. Okay, that's literally a hooker. They're definitely druggies. I'm not sure I would call these the most enlightened individuals. Apparently also dropping down into the swamp water, a lot of monsters won't follow if you do that. So it's a good way of shaking off pursuit. Still not sure it's the best idea, but essentially, if we can pick up this now, how late are we talking at this point? 10 past 7 in the evening, so probably not too early. So why not? The glossary really doesn't like being loaded. There we go. Bloodwind, a warder at the old camp. He collects protection money in the northern part of the camp. Ah yes, lots of people who want to be bribed. Right. Spreads the teachings of the sleeper. Okay, let's... Drax, a bandit, lingers close to the old camp. He knows how to get trophies from animals, and he is apparently the one who can take us to the new camp. Ratford, a bandit. He hunts in the area around the old camp together with his friend Drax. Told me not to head into the wilderness unprepared. Yeah, no kidding. I didn't. I headed into the wilderness with a bodyguard who doesn't seem to be willing to escort me back again.
Whatever it takes.
Lester could help me get his attention, and indeed has. Balkadar, Guru, teaches novices at the swamp camp, is versed in the magic of the sleeper. Like the other gurus, he is ignoring me. I have to get him to talk to me first. I might get his attention if he sees me cast some magic. And Joru told me how I can get the attention of the gurus. Well, one of them. The swamp camp sits among reeds and marshes, simple huts, narrow slippery paths and wooden walkways in the trees. One building stands out, the old temple, but it's reserved for the highest guru and guarded by Templars. And what have we here? Oh, loads, yeah. Guy. Digger at the old camp. Pointed out a free hut I could sleep in. Yeah. And it would still be interesting to see if I could recover health by sleeping there or not. Gorhanis, Templar. Arena fighter at the old camp. Graham sells maps.
Where was I going?
Grim, digger at the old camp, wants to join the shadows. Right. All the way down here. Torres, fire mage. Yeah, we met him. Whistler. We've done his quest, we got him on site. Now we don't know if there's going to be multiple things. Scatty wants us to fight in the arena. Kurgo, fighter in the arena. He's not out for trouble, more for the human side of things. Friendly faces, he might be kind of lower level combatant then. Jesse warned me about Bloodwind. Yep. Jackal is another guard, extorting protection money. Karim, arena fighter, pretty convinced of his own skills. Yeah. Okay, 8 in the evening. So, if this was Skyrim, it'll be people's bedtime. Not so much in Oblivion or Morrowind. Morrowind is a 24-hour society. Oblivion, the NPCs do have a bedtime, but I think it's a bit later and more varied. Okay, you're just standing there. You are looking inwards. And you are definitely still here. I don't want to get into trouble climbing this ladder while they're still about. I'm just going to ominously hang around in the alchemist workshop for no reason, just loitering and lurking. Okay, sulfur, lamp flask, Syrianic oil, mole rat grease, salt, healing elixir. Oh, you're back in, are you? Okay, so it's not quite late enough for you guys yet. And bear in mind, we don't seem to have a good way to pass time here. Let us observe the Templar outside. He still seems somewhat alert. And perhaps we should begin to familiarise ourselves with the upper walkways of the camp. Just a little. This may very well link up with the training ground of the Templars. Let's see what is up here. A razor. Well, apart from attempting to sneak up on people and slit their throats, it has a rather obvious application. And if we want to be a skinhead druggie covered in tattoos, the razor may be involved. Not necessarily that one. Lots of opportunities to steal from these fine people and ruin our relationships with them. And given how precarious our situation is, that's probably not particularly wise. Plus, using the razor would involve losing our fine ponytail, our only defining feature. And we should probably, you know, take a little while to think about whether we truly wish to do that or not. We might even, for some reason, be permitted to be the only cultist with hair in the entire prison colony. It does seem somewhat unlikely, though. Wait, this chest? No, that also appears to be locked. Well, no, it's the same. I was looking to see if there was a locked chest icon, as opposed to the unlocked chest icon. Not seeing it. Don't mind me, you two. I'm just exploring. That's some very loud bubbling. This watch point appears to be just the one. A bed we can utilize. Okay. I presume that is to ignite the thing, not to take a light with us. Now then. 20 past 9 in the evening. Oh, we've literally got nothing up here. But at least we found somewhere we can sleep. Now, given that Of Ash and Steel is heavily inspired by this game, I'm imagining the resting options for the bed may be very similar in this game. Dawn, dusk, midday, and midnight, essentially.
That's the stuff.
Oh, that's why it's a bubbling sound.
Story.
And of course, the Templars here are reminding me of the Templars in Dragon Age, who are all addicted to lyrium, which they use for their magic resistance, but it is addictive, and the church gets them hooked on the stuff, so they can't give up. We are not taking the same path we did, because I am exploring. And it might be worth exploring a little more before backtracking to the alchemist's laboratory. So another interesting thing No, let's just not go there for a little bit. Ladder to where? Well, it's back down to the forest floor, isn't it? So instead I'll meander back up these steps and attempt to retrace my own. Because I've clearly erred slightly. I don't believe I've descended very many steps, but do appear to be closer to the ground. Of course, if I do descend to the ground once more, I'll have a... Oh, really? Only this one? I'll have an easier time finding my way back. However, yeah, that's down to the forge. This is up to the laboratory. How convenient that it's signposted. Not at every juncture, mind you. He's still on guard.
Where is?
And they are still hard at work. Alright. 10 in the evening. I'm going to presume I sell these and I'm not collecting them for some kind of quest. If people are still up and about. Alright. He appears to be frustrated, doesn't know where something is. Not ideal for someone in a guard's position. He's distracted, might not be paying full attention to his duties. How much
Big word.
can we sell these for?
Tiny balls.
Let's trade.
You buying or selling?
Well, I think possibly 4 each. Yeah, sure. I'm buying nothing. I now have nuggets, which means they can be stolen from me by the guards at the old camp in exchange for promises of not so much protection as a sort of indifference.
If that's what you think.
Okay, he is possibly... Yeah. So, Darian has headed off for the evening. Looks like 2 seconds to a minute, or 3 seconds to a minute, which is roughly Skyrim time. We have ore nuggets. We could get 21 more, so we could definitely get ourselves a decent weapon tomorrow.
What was I going?
Minding my own business.
This feels like it's a way out of the camp and into danger. so let's not take it. But it is a valuable way to waste a few minutes, and hopefully let those two bugger off, as it were. Okay, those two are moving. They appear to be heading from their posts, presumably to some sort of place of rest. Now, we shouldn't presume that everyone is on the same timetable, and I haven't seen these men descend these stairs yet. Okay, he's got himself a meal. So across this way, we found ourselves a ladder, 2 or 3 ladders in a row up to a bed that we could utilize. Up that way. But does that... No, so that's a dead end. Up here... There we have another ladder. So was it this tree trunk or that one? Might as well familiarise myself with the layout of this place. Excuse me, mate. You appear to be shoulder deep in the floor. And then up here with the druggies, and there was the 2 ladders leading up. Right, got it. Is there any chance you might want to, you know, establish some sort of firm footing and not risk plummeting to your death? That would give me great peace of mind. Okay, we're talking 10 to 12 now. Maybe at midnight, we'll be lucky. Okay, what can we look at in the meantime? What is all this lot? Right, finishers. Finishers are powerful concluding moves that end combo chains. Deals more damage, increases the chance of a knockdown. Okay. Now for combos... Untrained cannot perform combos, fine. All this lot is probably worth looking at, but let's see... Character. Okay. Stations. You cannot craft anywhere. Crafting requires specific stations equipped with proper tools. Approach any station and press F to begin. You cannot use stations while NPCs are working there. Each crafting type uses different stations. Alchemy tables, laboratories exist in each camp's mage's quarters. Quite easy to find here in the swamp camp. Inscription lecterns, we found one, located in magicians' libraries within the main camps and abandoned ruins throughout the colony. Cooking areas. 2 tool types enable different recipes, a pan or campfire for basic meat cooking and simple dishes, and a cauldron for soups and stews. Forging stations located in the old camp and swamp camp forges. Unlike other crafting, forges requires working through multiple stations in sequence. So, like, smelt your ore. You will start by creating the base item in a 3-step process, for instance, a long blade. Select the item to be created at the forge, consume the materials, and get an in-progress item. Shape the heated metal on the anvil. Okay, so we don't have to smelt the ore, we just have to have it. Quench the blade at the barrel to harden it. This completes the base component. You will then add the guard, pommel, and other details at the workbench. Here you choose the final weapon type. For example, a long blade becomes a broadsword, warrior's verdict, or other sword variant. Finally, you will need to sharpen or polish the weapon at the grinding stone. Sleep allows your character to recover health and, presumably that's mana, while advancing time in the world. You can only sleep in beds found throughout the colony. Look for them in camps, huts and shelters. Sleeping in a bed you don't own is considered a crime. Approach the bed and press F to begin sleeping. Your character will sit down on the bed and the sleep interface will interpret. We have actually interacted with this before. Use the clock interface, press accept, fatigue. Your body can only rest for a limited amount of time each day. Maximum of 8 resting hours available per day. Each hour of sleep used depletes from this pool. Once depleted, you can't rest again until hours regenerate. Resting hours recover gradually while you're awake and active. For every 3 hours of in-game time that passes, you gain 1 resting hour because 3 8s are 24. Regeneration... 12.5%. Oh, lovely. What an awkward amount. So 2 would be 25. 4 would be 50, so the 8-hour rest would give us a total heal, essentially. Okay, so with that established, let us return to the alchemist's workshop. As it is now considerably later than it was a while ago. And we know they don't work all through the night, because the first time we came here and discovered this location, it was devoid of inhabitants. Okay, he is still eating by the look of it, which means these two are probably... No. So this is where we save the game and check that's a lot of spacebar confirmations. This feels like... Right, is this locked? It is locked, so we literally can't do this without going all the way back to the old camp to learn how to pick locks. We may be able to learn in the new camp as well, but we've wasted a lot of time. And if we want to travel back safely, it's probably better to do so at daylight. We do not know if the monsters are particularly emboldened or more likely to be inhabiting the paths during the night, but we do know we'll have an easier time seeing them in the daylight. And that's not saying much now, is it? It also means I probably shouldn't have consumed our valuable food. When I could have just rested, but at the time I did not know there was a bed here that I could utilize. Let us go and use it now, though. Now, while we have a number of directional attacks for close combat, I suspect many of them may not be used for ranged weapons.
Just words.
And since this bed is apparently available for our use, let us make use of it. May I? We go 6, 7. Risk it. Carefully, don't fall off the edge, mate. That was an awkward lean back. Excellent. Since we have not rolled over the edge of the night, let us now descend and attempt the road of pain and hardship, which might need to wait until after I've done a week, because I feel like I might have one coming on. If I do, you'll know. If it appears the game time does not pause when I open a menu, like a save menu, I will save and reload should the time come.
Better watch what you say.
Has this Templar got his head out of the ground yet? I sincerely hope so. But it wasn't entirely a waste of time. I am glad to have confirmed my suspicion that the chest was indeed locked.
Rick, where was that girl?
Don't mind me, friend, just descending back to the forest floor. I mean, I don't suppose there's any kind of...
There's gotta be some truth to that story. Told you, ghost trouble.
indicators on archery. Draw, reload. Okay, let's just try this for a moment. Nothing overly useful there. Drawing your bow or loading your crossbow prepares you for ranged combat. Right click,
No one else needs to know about
left
this.
click
Are we
to
clear?
shoot. Got it, okay. Whereas it's just left, then left for crossbows. Right. Let's hope we don't need that information.
Damn, that stuff's intense.
Can we gain another daily handout? Or is it 24 hours since we last asked?
I'm here for my daily ration.
Here you go. 3 black sages. Don't smoke them all at once, though.
And now,
Let's trade.
You buying or selling?
I could be incredibly disrespectful.
The sleeper's with me.
and sell the lot to him. Then check if the Brother Smith is in residence. That appears to not yet be the case.
That's what you think.
Should have rested for longer.
I don't want everyone to know, so you better keep your mouth shut. Robert. Better watch what you say.
Seems he may work a shorter shift than some of the others. How are we doing for time? Oh yeah, 10 to 9 in the morning. He's definitely starting a bit later than some others. He's definitely finishing earlier. Left click to equip. Interesting, so we can go 4, 5. Okay. We might not be able to use him in a fight, but out of one, if there's more foes around, it may still be useful. How are we doing? 9 o'clock yet? Yeah, maybe he'll start this early. Or maybe he'll be walking on his way here from wherever he resides. He's magically appeared at his station.
Hey,
Right.
I need some things. Let's trade.
Take a look.
This does appear to be very good for me. But materials, okay. I mean, 11 is just straight up pretty good. We can definitely afford it. So then we stick this on key number 1. And we have ourselves a weapon that may aid us in our attempt to return to the old camp.
I'll get back to it later.
It does feel bad to just sell the supplies straight back to the man who gave them to me. He doesn't seem to mind, however, and I'm sure he'll just hand them out to some other people. And I imagine if I keep doing it, there may be some diminishing returns and he won't give me as many nuggets of ore. So this should do 8 more damage than our pickaxe. I'm definitely keeping the pickaxe because we may need it for mining. Also, this club may have different attack patterns that might not be so good for striking those mole rat creatures when they're on the ground. I'd like to say that this club fills me with newfound confidence, but not that much of it. Nobody here at the camp will train us. And here's the interesting thing, because we get 10 skill points a level, and training skills seems to require 10 points, but unfortunately, we do really seem to need that lockpicking and pickpocketing skill if we want to progress at all.
Just be careful what you're saying.
So that might be where our first bundle of skill points go. So I'm going to stop here in the safety of the guards, save the game, and go do a wee. With that taken care of, I'm now going to return and attempt my escape.
Give me a sec. Here, this one's good.
My eyes peeled for things that might make me piss my pants and die. Guess what? The fly is there. Is it possible? I don't think I can crouch in the... Oh, I can. Excellent. No, I can't. So I've circled around the path. Nope. Didn't work well, did it? Oh, but no, there we go. There's no shame to tune down the difficulty level. Apparently you can't do that. Tune down, not tone down. Turn down. Interestingly enough. So it seems that in attempting to circle around the path we can't really avoid it. But I was doing quite well there. I mean, not brilliantly, mind you.
That's not all for you.
Since we seem to be jogging, let's see if we can run past it. Okay. Shit. Okay, don't want you. And we don't want to back up so much that we run into the fly again. Now I know I killed 3 of these buggers. It's just a matter of working out which ones. It's also entirely possible that there will be some foes on this path. Because there's the big lizards, aren't there? Right. Well, we've made good progress. So I am saving. And then I think I'll want to continue keeping on the path. That looks like I might want to hack at it with a pickaxe later on. For now, though, I just want to stay alive. Right, I think I'm staying on the left-hand path here. And then heading uphill. That sounded bad. Wait. All right. So that looks like it would have connected up. Oh, that may be a path then. If I see anything that looks dangerous, well, oh. Remember, we do not have a map. Okay, we don't go that way. This is looking suspiciously like the wrong path. I see a signpost. And hear the creaking, cracking sound of a bloody big nasty lizard. Let's just jog back this way a moment. And check this alternate path. So this obviously connects up. Yes. That looks like I can pick it. Excellent. Okay, big cave, we don't go there. So if it connects up, then this does appear to be our path. Although that also may be our path, so... Gonna save here. Oh shit, is it sleeping in the middle of the road? No, it's dead in the middle of the road. That's excellent. That means it's probably... Okay, hold on. Because that symbol means something. But I think it means go this way. No, I don't. I see the... Wait. I see the dead bodies here. So I'm going to swing a little wide. See if I can avoid that awkward bugger. I don't think I'm going that way. I think I'm going this way. Past the dead body there. That looks awkward to climb. But it may be my best bet. There's a climbing skill. I do not have it yet. If it wants to go off the right hand side of the path, I can go off the left hand side. And hopefully... No, it definitely seems to be patrolling that narrow juncture. Dear. Nope. Commence operation, run like fuck. I'm on the correct path. That doesn't mean I'm safe. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh god, I've just seen our health. Okay, well, we're dead, aren't we? It is entirely possible that once we reach a certain point, pursuit will cease. The music feels safe, but I don't. I'm going to keep on running. And notice how our quiver displaces significantly as we run there. Do these men reach for their weapons? No, we will look behind us. We appear to have made it back safely, somehow. And while I have food at my disposal, I can also sleep. I might also run into mud in here. And while that's not preferable, it may be unavoidable. We'll have to wait and see. So the cook's on the other side. I want to go back and see him. What was that blue lightning flicker across the barrier? That was... it felt too close. And inside, someone must have been trying to escape. Meanwhile, however, we are level 2. On our way to level 3. We have 20 learning points at our disposal. That's great. We don't know if learning has costs yet. What's this? That is squished and not coming back. It looks like there's flies buzzing around the corpses of the meat bugs. Or meal bugs, whatever they were called. So we want to get this thievery skill and train our stats.
What a pile of horseshit. Heard it 1,000 times before.
I believe there's a cost to train one of these, and we have 21. Okay.
Not my issue to deal with.
So let's take care of the first thing first. That looks suspiciously like someone who he isn't, so that's okay. Up here should be our best friend in the entire world. Nope, okay.
I was nearly starving.
That was a misclick. Didn't mean to jog a little there, but hey, I suppose if it helps us feel alive. Or maybe the terror of the creatures we just faced came back and we desperately wish to flee. Have we come too far?
Where was I?
I think we have.
Right.
We definitely have.
What a day.
But we are back safe and sound in the old camp.
Some folks are just beyond help.
So the chap we want to see, I believe, is back that way and on the left.
Bad habit.
And I'm even going to jog a little as I try to refamiliarise myself with the layout. This should be the fellow. You gave me a task to do. One that required a skill you could teach me.
What can you teach me?
Depends. What do you want to know?
I'll give you 3 guesses. 100 ore. 100. Okay, that's really not happening, is it? Wait, so we can do it untrained? That means we need to get hold of lockpicks. Let's see what we can learn about lockpicking. Also, I should definitely save the game now we've made it safely back to camp. Lockpicking not part of exploration? Okay then. Crime. Lockpicking lessons. Lockpicking basic mechanic. Okay. The lock consists of multiple pieces that slide along their tracks. There has been an insane amount of people complaining about the ridiculous difficulty of this lockpicking minigame. Your goal is to align all pieces to the center position. When every piece is centered simultaneously, the lock opens. Use W and S to select different pieces going back and forth between them. A and D to slide the selected piece left or right. Do the others then all relax over time? This feels a bit like Oblivion lockpicking. Pay close attention to how pieces interact with each other. Moving one piece may cause others to shift as well, as I suspected. All moves in lockpicking follow an atomic movement rule. They either succeed completely or fail completely. When you attempt to move a piece, if all positions are valid, every affected piece moves simultaneously. If even one piece would go out of bounds, the entire move is aborted. No pieces change position, but your pick is strained from the failed attempt, and we don't have any lockpicks yet. Your lockpick has limited durability measured by strain. Every time you attempt an invalid move, one that would push any piece out of bounds, your pick is strained, because moving one piece can move others. When strain reaches its maximum, the pick breaks. You can manually reset the lock at any time without penalty. The pick's current strain is preserved, but all pieces return to their starting positions. If you exit the lock interface with any strain accumulated, the pick will break. Exit only when the pick is unstrained to recover your pick safely. Does that include successfully picking the lock? Would the pick break then? Well, we don't have any lockpicks, and they appear to be very expensive and complicated, especially if we wanted to learn and increase our skill. Here is a man we wish to speak to, however. Hey, you.
Can't go believing it.
I got the ingredients for Brock's stew.
Got 'em where? Don't play games with me, lad.
What?
I got your ingredients.
Great. Just a moment, and the stew will be ready. Here you go. Trust me, it tastes better than it looks.
Weren't you supposed to teach me how to make it? Recipe learned. Meat bug ragu. Excellent. And 100 experience, which is all lovely. You fucking bastard. Stay there. Leave me alone. And I'm just going to walk on by and not interact at all. So, he has a very similar club to ours. He may have undergone a similar dangerous trek to obtain one. But here is a man we're going to meet, and we're going to find out if his training also cost nuggets or not.
Can you teach me something?
Sure, why not? I could help you improve your dexterity, or get some strength into those arms.
Right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. 8, 9, 10. Leave it at that.
Come back soon. Still got a lot to learn.
So, this cost us no nuggets, which is great. We've also doubled our strength. Our strength is now 20. Dexterity 10, mana 5. What the hell is new? Meat bugs, probably. Uh-huh. It has expanded from the initial paragraph because Solid Stomp were the last words of the original description. I'll pick on one more for dodge roll. Dodge roll requires learning acrobatics and covers more distance than regular dodges because Dark Soul dickheads think it's the only way to dodge. Double tap Alt while moving to put right, because when you've got your fingers on the W, A and D keys, it's so easy to get the Alt key, which is below the S and W key. It's not off to the side or something like the space bar or control.
If he says so.
Dodges for a long... See, it was great having attack and block and something else on Alt, Control and Shift, all on the left hand side, for original Severance, because you used the cursor keys for movement, not W, A, S and D. And the mouse was used for virtually nothing. In terms of quests, we have completed one. We've completed 2 now. We're a total hero. We're winning the game. Obviously. Now. We haven't managed to find Neck. He was sent to pick mushrooms. We've been to a place where mushrooms can be picked. It's bloody lethal. Maybe Fletcher knows. Fletcher says Guy knows more. Guy says Snaff the Cook knows more. And Snaff the Cook told us that he had sent Neck off to get some of these ingredients and where to look for them, and that Neck had never come back. We didn't seem to have an option to talk to Snaff about Neck, but you never know. This will require lockpicks, and possibly lockpicking.
What a day.
I'm gonna stay out of that.
Wait, haven't I completed this? Double the amount of ingredients. Scavenger breast, potatoes, onions, carrots, solanaceae herb, grows near caves, and water. In terms of herbs, no. 27's a lot. Again, holding off, we can sleep in camps, consume in the wild, in theory. So, God, what else can we do while we're here? Not very much.
Just meaningless noise at this point.
Oh, yeah. Scavenger breast will involve scavengers. Scavengers are little dinosaur things that kill us. Recipe from Korkalom. Can't do that easily. In theory, we could find Neck. This may be the easiest one to do. It's not the easiest to do. This ring involves stealing from a chest, which is probably locked. This we can't do, this we can't do. So, what I might do then, actually, apart from saving the game, is jog out of the camp this way so I don't run into mud. I saw him sitting there. He was alive and very healthy. I wonder if Baal Parvez is back here and can take me back along that road again. That may be more of a one-time thing, I suspect. But I imagine the next time I attempt that road, I'll be far more capable of traversing it. There are traders here. One of whom had swords for sale. But I imagine the swords won't be a massive... I could check. Improvement on this. Fisk.
I need to
Fine
pass.
fellow.
I heard he's in debt.
Show me your goods.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that's good. 22, 18. Because we're talking what? 15? 11. Right. At 24, we have 34. Okay. We have 34. Alright, so that'll be 14. And this would sell for 6. Doesn't feel like a very good trade right now. 60 is a very large markup. And
Is anybody surprised?
honestly, if we could find it... Hang on. I don't believe I've seen the forge out here, which means it's probably in the inner portion of the camp.
Really thought you could believe everything they're saying.
But let's see. Because exploring the hill this side of the river, there was one big lizard that my guide slew. No. And it was up here. Is this area still safe to search? Hello? Ruined wooden shack. There's a man standing there by that tent. Please don't be hostile.
Hey, you.
Me?
No, your grandma. Of course I'm talking to you. I wouldn't go down there if I were you.
Why?
Man, can you get any more green blood than that? That's orc territory down here. They'll fucking tear you to shreds.
Oh.
My pleasure.
Well, appreciate the warning. I won't go up there. I'm pretty sure this is where the lizard was before. And if I follow this path a little more, we'll hit that bridge. And indeed, here is the dead lizard itself. I see very much living lizard, which gives me a strong impression to not check out this building. However, I would like to imagine that the lizard can't open doors, although apparently neither can I. So back into the camp we shall go. I was looking to see as that appeared to be a gap at the bottom of the wall. If I'm going to go any... Wow, that's a lot of big lag. Okay, game, take your time. I think I know what's going on. And I want to get back inside the camp. The episode length might be getting a bit long. That shouldn't make much sense though, because I'm saving it to a separate hard drive. Wow. We're getting all the lag here. So I'm going to stroll safely inside the camp. And clearly something is happening to slow everything down really badly. I'm going to look behind us and check we're not being followed by something very hostile and dangerous. And as we're getting massive freeze frames every few seconds, I should probably end the episode here.
You'd be better off not messing with him.
Perhaps the game's just been running for too long or something.
Ah, yes, the familiar old tale.
Now, before I do end the episode though,
Finally.
here's a thought or two.
Must be an element of truth.
Is it only when I move? Seems to be when I move. Not so much when I'm standing still. So, my thinking is, if I can't get that lockpicking training anytime soon, because I just don't have the nuggets, I should just boost my strength up again, or dexterity. Get some raw potential. The other thing I'd like to know... Yes, the game's probably just freezing massively because I pressed for the inventory. Let's do that again, because it didn't seem to work the first time. Is the damage here displayed a total, including my strength, or is it a base number and it's then being added to this? So, like, essentially 31? Or does strength 20 make it plus 11? I could have sworn it was 15 damage in the camp when I bought it. Or was the price 15? I can't remember. Okay. But we see the numbers displayed straight up there. Which leads me to believe that they are not factored in, and increasing my strength again will not increase the club damage. But I am very tempted to train and observe. Dexter, what do you want? Apart from to make the game freeze up, apparently.
Hold on.
Okay.
Show me your goods.
Best stuff in the colony.
Let's see it. Lockpicks for 15 of our 34 nuggets. Why was I going to call them shards? What game was I thinking of? I think Shard Hunters? Which is probably pretty obscure. I'm not sure it ever did very well. I'm not going to buy a lockpick just yet. Because 2 lockpicks and no skill does 1 disaster make.
We just help each other out. That's how things work in here.
So, I go train some more and sleep, and then we'll be into the next day, although that can wait for the next episode with hopefully less lag. Now there's a fellow who surely appreciates our assistance in obtaining that fine piece of steel. And if we're going to have to obtain 100 nuggets for lockpicking, that's going to take even longer. It has occurred to me that it would be wise to try and seek an escort to the new camp, as the guide along the road would help me slay the creatures, and there'd be plenty of experience along the way. I doubt I'd hit level 3, but it could very well happen. Yeah, we're definitely getting some kind of performance hit here. So I'm honestly just deciding if I want to string this out and get training. I think I shall. What the hell? We're not that far away now. And we appear to have shaken Bud. He isn't clinging to us anymore, but he is in the camp. Probably best to just not engage him.
Ain't my problem, you know. I'll get back to it later.
Alright, here we go.
One.
So it seems that in the early game it is good to specialize.
Can you teach me something?
You say so.
Sure. Why not? I could help you improve your dexterity, or get some strength into those arms.
And there's no way to be tough. we can only increase our damage output.
That's gonna be nice.
So we'll go full strength here.
Come back soon. Still got a lot to learn.
Guys, and they took care of it.
And I did say I was interested in seeing...
Always the same old story.
Nope, it remains the same.
I don't listen to that nonsense anymore. Keep that to yourself. I don't need everyone to know.
Smell.
You say so.
Actually, what was the time again?
As long as I'm staying out.
Okay. Evening. Coming on.
It takes some time.
So if I stroll back this way... and just head slowly towards my bed, I can get a nice night's... well, no, wait.
I heard he's dead.
If we're talking 8 hours of sleep only, and we might not have all of it yet because we slept some last night. We'd be forced to wake up in the middle of the night then. So it might be worth searching the camp for some kind of forge. But I don't believe... I think the forge is there in the middle of the castle.
Nah, mate. I learnt my lesson.
But it might be worth resting a single hour. Let's try speak to Snaff again about Neck. Just in case he'll speak about him now. Nope. But if I climb up here, avoid the fighting pits, go this way, I should reach that nice safe bed. What can I do in the meantime, however, to help pass the time till it gets very dark? Well, I can at least get 1 hour's sleep and watch my health replenish. That would be nice. I can avoid antagonizing anyone while I'm here, that's fairly easy. But everything else that people want me to do in this camp is highly dangerous. You throwing darts? Yes, he is. Obviously, Scatty wants us to fight in the arena. Hey, let's have some feathers. They may come in very useful for creating arrows. And the hut with the red awning is ours, so I will go and have exactly 1 hour's sleep. And then celebrate my return to safety with an end of an episode. I made it back, guys. I made it back to the old camp, and it wasn't easy. And now I need to find something to do in the evening before trying to get some rest for the night. I mean, for an hour I wouldn't really call that sleep, but anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one. I must say, I certainly have, with the exception of a few awkward moments. And I'll see you all in the next one. I'll say goodbye for now though, and cheerio everyone. See you all soon.